I've had a single figure handicap for over 20 years, so if there's one thing I know about, it's breaking 80. And when it comes to shooting scores in the 70s, there's really 4 big rules that you need to abide by. And I'm going to try and put them all into play right now on one of Australia's most spectacular country courses, the back 9 at Leura in the Blue Mountains. The first rule to breaking 80 more is to be more aggressive off the tee. Or specifically, hit driver more, because the stats all show that the further down the hole you can get, the better your chance of hitting the green in regulation. It's not always going to work out perfectly for you, but do it more often than not and it will help. It's cutting back nicely. Not my finest strike, but first swing of the day with driver, in play, and we're going to have a wedge into the green. Okay, so being aggressive off the tee has got me into good shape. I've got 50 yards in. It would be a very raised green and all of the space is left. Nothing to go for right. So I've got the 54-degree wedge, really playing for the heart of the green on this one. Want to get it up there, want to give myself a putt on the first hole. The next law of breaking 80 is to stop trying to make every putt. It's never going to happen, no one does it. And if you look at the stats, scratch golfers actually only make 44% of putts from 6 to 9 feet. They only make 34% of putts from 9 to 12 feet. So you're never going to make them all, and that's fine. Really what it's about is avoiding the 3 putts. On a putt like this coming downhill, it's more about pace, getting it close to the hole to give myself a chance at making the 2 putt. Yeah, we'll take that. Par to start. So the next law of breaking 80 is to pick conservative targets. So I've said be aggressive off the tee, but when it comes to going for the green, it's all about hitting the green. 62% is the average for scratch golfers in greens in regulation. So it may be a lot harder than you think to hit the green. What you want to do is pick the bigger parts, the parts that you want to go for. Don't always go flag hunting. Use your devices, like I've got the ShotScope Pro ZR. I've got the V5 on the watch. Find that target that is right for you, and then you can be aggressive at that target, but don't always pick the aggressive targets. So we've got about 180 to the back of the green. Pin looks at the back, but with the slope in play, which I can tell from the ShotScope laser, it's about 10 less than that. So we're looking more like 170 as how it's going to play. I've only got a half set with me because I'm away with family and just sneak the clubs in the car. So we've got a 6-iron and we need to just make this work for us. There we go. On the green, we're going to be putting. Nice bit of spin after coming from a bit of elevation. These country courses tend to be a little bit hilly, as you'd expect in a place called the Blue Mountains. Keep breaking. Yeah, can't complain with that one again. Should give me a nice look at back-to-back pars to start. Good start in our mission to break 80. So it's telling us it's a par 5. I'm assuming a fairly straight one. We want to be aggressive off the tee. We're off to a good start. Keep going with that. Going to try and get this driver down there. Hopefully into play. Hopefully it's as straight as it looks. Well, there's the bad tee shot. Blocked it out to the right. I suspect it's going to become a harder hole from there. So a disappointing hole to hit that bad tee shot on. But it brings me to the next rule of breaking 80, and that's to know your distances. And using something like the ShotScope V5 for me, or a laser, can dial in those distances. Now I'm out of play here, and with only having a half set with me, I don't have all the options that I might normally have, but I can see through going through the watch that if I want to give myself, say, 75 yards to the pin, I need to hit a 150-yard shot from here. Well, I do have my 8-iron with me, and I've got a nice gap in the trees. So that tells me that's a smart sort of play. Knowing those distances, I can try and put myself into a position to not make the hole worse, give myself an outside look at getting close on the next one, but get ourselves going again. Found the gap. Should be down there safely. So the second shot bounced on a fraction more than I thought it would, not knowing the terrain. But that's given me 66 yards to the pin. So I can now go at it with the wedge. Be good. Be good. Oh, we like it. We like it a lot. All right, every golfer's dream birdie putt. And we're under par. Not totally sure where this one goes. I'm assuming a bit of a dog leg to the left. But we said we want to be aggressive, so we've got driver. I think we're going to need to go tight on the left. Fortune favours the brave or the stupid, because I think that was going out of bounds. It's hit the tree plumb on and come left. I think by luck we're going to be in the fairway. So we'll take it. It's got 162 yards to the centre of the green. Pins at the back. 6-iron, the longest in the half set that I've brought with me. So that actually works out pretty well. I can just try and go at this. Obviously there's more space on the right. We've said we want to be conservative going into the green. So right of the green is the line. Full 6-iron. See if we can make the most of the luck we had off the tee. Bad strike, thin. Might be a kick left from there. Nice, it's a missed green. Played this hole badly, but we've got some space to go at the pin still. No need to compound issues, really, that I've been making mistakes on this hole. That's okay. Like I said, scratch golfers only hit 62% of greens in regulation, so the misses happen, but can we make our 4 or 5 from them? That's how we break 80. Well, we've definitely given ourselves a chance. Maybe we can save par still. Okay, so we've left ourselves about 6 foot for par, and we know scratch golfers make 44% of these putts, so it's not a gimme. But if we can get the pace and the line, we might save par. Oh, almost, but like the stats tell us, you can't expect to make all of them. Back to level. 14th is definitely Leura's most spectacular signature hole, right over the canyons of the Blue Mountains. And although we're playing winter tees, still for almost 400 yards. So we're gonna need a good one. Gonna be tight on the right-hand side, so we'll find out, I guess. So the laser said 147 to the pin, but playing 130 because it's so far downhill. With the half set, I think I'm gonna go with the 8-iron. There's a lot of space over the back of the pin and to the right of it. I'm gonna have to take a lot off it, but I think I'm just gonna try and flight a really small one in. Try and find some of that big space of green out there. Good line. What's the distance? Oh yes. Oh, it's actually spun back off the front. Nice and safe. So you're not going to get a much better view than the 14th at Leura. And I've just come off the front edge of the green. I want to give this one a chance. Nothing else. Whoa. That was quite quick. And it's gone further than I would have liked, so gonna have to rely on the putt back. We've done it. A par on the signature 14th. And we move on. After one spectacular hole, we've got another, and it's 154 centre, 167 back, straight uphill. So again, half set. Takes a little bit of the decision making out of it. I've got 6. Go right a tiny bit and you're good. We'll see. So not the ideal miss on the par 3. Sort of bounced and it's gone a little bit long and left off the tee. Let's see what we can do with the wedge back. And check. Go in, go in. Oh, right on the edge. Happy to do that. We'll call that the ideal leave. Make par. Move on. So we're level par. We've got 3 holes to go on this back 9 here at Leura. And been trying to put everything into play. So we've been aggressive off the tee, getting the driver out more often. We've been controlled into the greens, picking conservative targets, but then going for them committedly. Not expecting to make every putt, and we've been on top of our distances and our yardages. Big things when you're wanting to break 80 consistently and in a hurry. Also things that play with your own game. Nothing needs to change, no swing changes in those. Now we've got a par 5. It looks like we need to keep it up the left. Give the driver a go. We're not keeping it up the left. Baby fade to the right. Again, not knowing the course. So another fingers crossed hole. Difficult one to call from here. It's a long way downhill. I'm assuming big dog leg to the right. And then perhaps a raised green. All on the hole. Just got away with that one. Lucky. Something about this course must suit me because I think I'm getting away with quite a lot of bad shots. Good kicks running out. This one's run out into the rough. Tree a little bit in the way, but it's left me just over 150. If I can turn a 8-iron over a little bit, I have a chance to get it somewhere around there. No draw, this could be in trouble. Missed the green right, it's going to be on the bounce. I've got away with a few, but long way below the green over here, but it's caught a ridge. Just going to have to see what we can do. Throw it up there, assume it'll stop. Well, not great, but then it was a terrible miss. Definitely going to move left to right, fraction uphill, so things working in my favour. An outside look at par. Do it. Yes. Perhaps didn't deserve the par there, but you always got to take them. So we're level par. We've got 2 holes to go, but this is where having a half set has let me down because we're 194 yards to the pin, which is too far for my 6-iron. That's the longest club I've got in the bag. So there's a huge ridge in front of this. I really want to stay left. Just try and get this up there. Even if it's short of the green, just not on that ridge. Kind of need to jump on this a little bit. Go, go. It landed at the top, but I think it's rolling back down, which is a disaster. So we landed right at the top and we've rolled back down the slope. Not ideal. Have to throw this high and see what happens. It went high. Yeah, a long way down the hill. Would have liked more club to hit into the green. And turn, and turn. Oh. Go. 1 over 1 to play. Final hole here at Leura. Hope you've enjoyed the video. We're on track at the moment. If you did like it, maybe think about subscribing and we'll see you again in another one soon. Oh, I've saved the best for last. So the drive of the day's left is about 85 to the centre of the green. Got the 54-degree wedge. Just looking to get it up there on the last now. Pulled it left. Hopefully there's some green there. Not ideal. So we shot in further left than we'd like. A little bit of a ridge to start with and then roll it out. We'll see what we can do. Again, pace being the key. It's gone a lot further right than we'd have wanted, but the pace was solid. A little bit left to right. Hopefully the last putt of the day. There we go. Par to finish. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you. Leura, great golf course. Highly recommend it if you're in the Blue Mountains. Make sure you get down here. And I hope the tips help you break 80.